So yeah, pretty much that. I feel like that cover for me. That covers what I had going on, like outside of college. Like, you got anything else you want to share about it?
I mean, the only thing else I gotta say is, shoot, 10 years in retail. Whew, I tell you, man, I learned so much stuff in retail, and I think I opened up working at a Target.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was mostly quiet and just operated at first, and then we started to have them back room talks. Then that's when things start getting epic. We start talking about all types of things, you know, and eventually I started just asking, me and a homeboy of mine just started asking people questions on the daily, and people got used to it. Shoot, they still ask me to this day. Like, anytime I go back into that Target, they was like, hey, that's him. Hey man, what's the question of the day and stuff? They so used to it
Oh,
after all those years.
you had a question for the day.
Oh yeah, I used to always have a question of the day for them and stuff, and it could have them thinking. They be thinking about it. They be like, huh. So I think we should do this, or maybe if life went down this way, then people should operate in this fashion. So I usually try to ask questions that make people think about, like, life and our approach to it and stuff, and do we need to reform our thinking, or how we think is the right answer? Most people feel like they have the right answer, but it's not really pushing them forward towards nothing.
Yeah,
So
I feel you. Uh, I definitely feel you on that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I've done outside of college. Now I got a family. I'm getting older. Shit, I'm be 34 next month. So yeah,
same here.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. We gonna be 34 next month. I ain't getting no younger. I'm be honest with you. I enjoy my 30s more than my 20s. And I think I enjoy it more based off of like security. I feel more secure in my life
Exactly.
than I've ever felt before. For me, like at 30, like I mean, it's crazy because at 30 I get like new situations damn near every day in my life, right? Just having a kid, having a girl. I mean, having a kid, having a wife. Um, I get just different situations, but I feel like I can handle any of them. You know what I mean? And I've
Oh
been
yeah.
handling them. So and I just feel secure and more confident about that. As opposed to like when I was 20, like what I'm saying, like I really didn't know how. You know what I mean? But I was also kind of fearless at the same time with it because I didn't know it. It kind of allowed me to be fearless. Because it was.
That's the thing about the 20s, is that you have high ambition but no direction or no clue on how things work.
Nothing. You have like what I'm saying. So I never was scared at that moment though in my life. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it was nothing that at that age it was like, man, I don't know. I don't. It was kind of like I was saying I don't know, but I always felt I could figure it out. But I wasn't secure saying I could figure it out. I was just kind of hoping and praying that it work out. You know what I mean? I didn't know how things work. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a lot of work. I had work experience. You know what I mean? And I had schooling, but I didn't have like now at 30 where it's kind of like I have a 10 years or plus or 8 years in this industry. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have that at that time. Because I'm only 21, 23, 24. So
Right.
you become like what the hell? Where am I? Especially like when my son was born, I was scared shitless. You know what I mean? But I'd be like,
Oh
I
yeah.
figure it out. I try my best to make it happen. I was thinking that way, but yeah, I had a fear because I was like, man, what if I be like my father? What if I, you know what I mean? Like, what if I don't, you know what I mean? Like, right now I'm just struggling, barely, you know what I mean? Like, so that was like, I was scared more than anything. I didn't, like, some people be, like, enjoy when they have a kid. I was kind of fear, I was kind of scared, you know what I'm saying? But up until that point, I was fearless about everything, but when when I was told that I was having a kid on the way, I was kind of like really nervous. You know what I mean?
Oh, understandable. Like I knew when you told me that you were having a kid, I was like, oh, he got this. This is not this is gonna be a cakewalk for him because I feel like your mind and how you work to stabilize your environment. I was like, oh, everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you was always saying, you'd be like, man, you know, just talk to your son, just tell him this, and, you know, just talk, just be you. And that was something you always used to say to me, like, just be you. And, yeah, I was like, even with that, I'm still scared. But, you know, but now at 30, 34, my son will be, he just turned 8, maybe, what's today? The 9th? 10th? The 10th. He turned.
Oh, shoot, 10th.
Yeah, he turned 8 3 days ago. And like now for me, I feel very secure about it all. You know what I mean? Like raise my son, having a wife, going to work every day, podcasting. I just feel comfortable with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like whatever life throw at me at this point, I just feel like it's a wrap, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I got it, you know what I mean? I feel way more comfortable at 30, especially 34. Like, and that's the thing too. I think like for me, I appreciate more of like getting older and seeing that like when you get older. At 34, I don't think how I was at 21. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
34, I don't do the same things I did at 23. At 34, I kind of understand people a little bit more, you know, you know, in life lessons, some people learn it faster, some people learn it, you know what I mean? And for me, where I look at my life, it's like I appreciate learning. Wherever I'm at right now, I appreciate like learning it then or when I get it, like I appreciate that, and I see it like as you get older, you understand that and you value that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah. Yeah, like you know, there's people that be like, die young, live free. I be like, man, I want to die old. I mean, I guess too, as a kid, I knew that's something I always wanted I wanted to die old, bro. Older than most people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's security. It's security. You know what I mean?
Same here, man. Same here. Trying to push forward to being more secure.
Yeah.
And not having any problems. Like you have that backup to help you anytime something happens. It's like that's all right. I can bounce back from it.
Yeah, for me, I don't even think like that. Like I want to get to a point for me in my life is where I be so good I can help other people without hurting me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean for me, like in any aspect, I'm not even saying in the aspect of money. I'm just saying in the aspect of wisdom, insight, anything that can help someone like grow and go forward. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
In any aspect, in any capacity. You know what I mean? And you know, I just see it in a way that like that's what I want to do. Is I do want to help people. I want to be of value and asset to all people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like really, I really do. And I don't feel like where I'm at right now, I'm at that place, but I want to get to that place, you know?
Understandable. Fully understand.
Yeah. I want to be that boy, like helping people, like, man, for sure. Because, I mean, we all only be here so long, we getting older. You know what I mean? And, yeah. getting older, bro. Like,
Yeah, because that's you. I be saying that all the time. You know, like some people worry about their looks, as you see with all the plastic surgery is and everything and stuff. It's like, hey, it's
dudes getting BBLs. It's funny. It's funny, right? Like, it's a good topic to talk about. It's funny to me, right? Like, I value how I look when I get older. I don't care about a receding hairline. I low-key want the George Jefferson.
I want to be bald.
I want the George Jefferson. Man, people at work be like, bro, you crazy. I be like, I really want the George Jefferson, bro. And at 34, and I'm gonna wear that shit proudly. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think also for me, you know, something I always thought was like, older guys back in the day, they look cool because they look like they just didn't give a damn. Like, I'm a man. I'm a man, bro. Like, I ain't got time for the manicure hair. I ain't got time for the haircuts every week. Man, I'm at work. The way I see it, I'm at work with men all fucking day. What I look like trying to look good for any, like, you know what I mean? I go to work every day.
I'm working. I'm not trying to look good and stuff. I'm trying to get the job done.
I'm not trying to look good. I'm trying to get the job done. I don't have time for that. Even like if one, like my girl straight, like she, you know, she value how I look and all of that, and that's something I appreciate her for. So like, even like people like saying anything or man, it be like, bro, I go to work, bro. My girl love me. She love how I look. I value that, bro. I don't value trying to fucking be the best manicured nigga in the world. That shit is hilarious. Like, and I don't, the funny thing is, like, I think it's cool that you value yourself and how you look in that way. That's cool. You value that. But it's a nigga like me who's like an old nigga, I guess so. Bro, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. like at all, bro.
As long as the hygiene is on point and stuff, it's like all good. Like, forget all that extra stuff.
Bro, I take showers, I brush my teeth, I wipe my ass. You know what I mean? Like, I do the hygienic shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just not finna go get it. Like, I'll be honest with you. I'm supposed to shave every day. I'm becoming like you, bro. I'm a cheap nigga.
Hey, dang, you gotta bust me out like that? Come on, man.
I'm a cheap nigga, bro. I'm like my boy. I'm like my partner. Listen. So I got some clippers. I got clippers. And I'm supposed to be, you know, clean shaven at work. And I'm a leader. I'm like, it's crazy. I'm supposed to be clean shaven. My clippers I literally try to cut my face just so I can go in looking somewhat clean shaven, right? But the nigga's so cheap, I don't want to go get no, like the clippers I got, it just don't get my face good. You know what I mean? And I grow hair on my face like fast, like, you know what I mean? I have to cut my shit every day. So, I don't want to go get no new clippers where I'm going to make sure my shit good and smooth. I don't want to keep paying a nigga to cut my shit like that. So, I just keep those clippers and I just go in hoping that they don't really say too much or they ignore it. You know what I mean? Because I'm cheap. I don't want to go buy the shit that I need to buy to, you know, keep my job. And I just be, I be like, but I cut my shit. So right now, like, this how much I don't care. It's like, I'm looking at my sideburns, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that shit look wild because I cut that shit. I'm just cutting it just so it look like it's cut. You know what I mean? But my shit be...
I'm cutting mine tomorrow.
Yeah, my shit be so uneven, Jermaine. My shit be weird sometimes. I get scored on at work and I be like, all I do is go to work, fam. So I'm here with you niggas. You think I'm trying to impress and look good for you? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I be on some cheap shit, bro. I just don't want to go buy the shit that would take this shit off. And I need to do that, bro. I need to be better. I need to be mature, but fuck it. And then I go to work. I go to the zoo. I go to the Dallas Art Museum with my wife and my son, and I be looking down there halfway crazy. Like one side burned all the way up here, one side burned down. You know what I mean? Like I be looking wild.
Oh.
So yeah, bro. Like that's where I'm at in life, though. But some men, they like, man, I gotta look good, man. I want to feel good, and I get all that, but shit, I be like, fuck that shit.
I know. I just want to feel clean.
Yeah.
Some of you boys don't be washing your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem right there. You know?
Yeah, man. That too, but like, man, I be tripped off that shit like that. I be like, man, even clothes and shit. You know, I used to buy clothes and tennis shoes, and I'd be like, bro, I wear some goddamn K-Swisses at this point.
Man, I don't even care. It's all about comfort at this point. Like, forget, oh man, it's not that brand. I don't give a damn. You know, it's about comfort. If my feet is comfortable and I can move around and these last for like multiple years, I feel like I done came up like this is a good investment.
Man, my mom was telling me the other day, she say, nigga, when you was a kid, you used to always want these high dollar tennis shoes, and you wanted to dress, and you would have me spend all this money on these clothes and these shoes, and you wanted to be the freshest, and you wanted to be fresh to death and all that. And then when you finally start making your own money, you just didn't care no more. She said, why you make me spend my money, but you won't spend your money on your shit, on the same shit that you wanted me to spend my money on? I was just like, shit changed. I got mature.
It's like, Mom, I had to learn from somebody, like, and you was the process. Your money was the process for me to learn. I ain't need all that.
Man, I ain't need all that. I learned this shit, like, that shit don't mean nothing. I didn't have sex till I was 21, so obviously your clothes don't make you get bitches. So, you know what I mean? You get to a point in life where it's like, shit don't make sense. Like, I can have that shit. And I'm off that shit. And like, I'm off that shit, bro. Like, that shit dead to me now. Like, fuck that shit. You know what I mean?
I remember the shoes. I remember the shoes.
Yeah. Like, this the funny part. Bro, when I gave a damn about getting shoes and clothes and all that shit, that's the least amount of pussy I ever got. Right? I have a wife, right? I don't buy shit. I don't buy clothes like that, and I have sex damn near every night or every. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. You get what I'm saying?
It is.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was buying shoes, I was getting the least amount of sex and clothes. When I don't buy shoes and clothes, I get the most sex. What you think I'm gonna buy? You know what I mean? Like, I would be like, man, fuck them shoes, fuck them clothes. Like, your values change when you get mature. Like, it's just like, man, you know, shit, for me, instead of like trying to impress somebody by how I look, I just want to make it to 55. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make
That's a goal.
That's a goal. That's a real goal for me. I really want to make it to 55. I don't care what I got on. I want to wear. If I'm wearing Saucony's and I'm 55, I'm happy. If I'm wearing K-Swisses and I'm 70, I'm happy, bro. I'm just alive and I'm able to see history, you know what I'm saying, turn into the future. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be here for that type of shit. Like, I don't really care, like, at this point and going forward, like, how I look to people. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care about that shit.
Yo, you shouted out my brand right there. That was an eye opener as a kid. I put some Saucony's on and stuff, and then I tried some Jordans. I was like, hey man, get these Jordans off my feet, man.
Yeah, It's like, man, that shit. I was on this shit, bro. I was really on. I was there. I was really on fashion. I was really on looks. Now, bro, that shit like dead, bro. Like this. and it's funny because I don't look at it like that's a negative thing. I look at it like that's just a maturity level. You know what I mean? Like you value a life, or you value just living longer more than you value impressing other human beings and people with it.
That temporary pull, you know, that falls apart real quick.
Then paying and then buying this shit, buying and like, you know, like really spending money on this shit, like everything. I ain't like saying I got a whole lot of money and I'm booming, but bro, I enjoy spending money on cameras and shit more than and lights. Like, you know what I mean? I enjoy spending money on that type of shit more than anything. I wouldn't dare buy no fucking $2,000 Balenciagas. I'm saying that now until I get on. When I sell out, then it's different. But
sell out.
He said, wait.
You said sell out. I was like, wait a minute.
When I sell out, then it's different. You know what I'm saying? If shit, we get we go viral, and we get 100 million views every fucking month. I'll tell you what's gonna happen. I'm definitely paying for a stylist. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, all right. I hear you on that.
For a stylist, cause I'm looking like I wanna level up, but my fashion wouldn't be a thing of I'm doing this to impress people. It'd be like now the style becomes a way for me to make more money and survive. But you get what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. Cause I'm becoming a personality. I'm becoming an entertainer. Then it's a job at that point. Me wearing clothes is a job. You know what I mean? That's a part of the job. But right now, where I'm at in life, like me working a 9 to 5 and having a family and shit like that, I don't care about shoes or clothes and trying to impress nobody. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm just a regular dude. But if I'm turned up, of course I'm gonna change. You know what I mean? Like and this is the crazy thing about people. As much money as I get, I ain't never gonna change. Like I'm never gonna change. That's so false because the minute you get more money, you buy a bigger house. You buy a car. Your bank account is when you go to the bank, your life is already changed because you go into the bank and you may have like a negative account. Now you got $2 million in your bank account. Your life has changed, bro. That's changed right there. So you can't say when I get money I ain't gonna never change. Well, I'm just saying about the personality. It's like, bro, all that shit gonna have to change. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't remain.
You gotta adapt.
You gotta adapt. You can't remain the same with a different like pay, with more money, with more opportunities. You can't stay the same. And so for me, like, it's certain people that I view from an entertainment standpoint. Like one of my favorite sports commentators was Craig Sager. You know what I mean? He always wore short suits. He always wore suits, and they was always colorful. When you see Craig Sager, that was a part of his personality. That was part of his entertainment to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I would view be putting on clothes and having a stylist. I wouldn't view that shit as like I'm trying to impress people. It's a difference, and you know what I mean? It's to entertain people. It's to give people what they want by the look. But right now where I'm at, I can't afford that shit. I can't pay. You know what I mean? And I ain't even worried about it. But even if I had the money, Jermaine, too, from a style standpoint, I don't even think I would buy what people think is cool. I would probably pay I'll pay like money on some expensive clothes, but it would be something different and unique just to present to the world to entertain them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It would be like if I had the money to like tell people what I want to wear or show people what I want to wear, I would be definitely into that. You know what I mean? And people be like, oh, you fashionable or you whatever. It be like, I'm creating my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying a high ticket to create my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? To go with my marketing scheme of my brand and also my shows. You know what I mean? That's what my mentality will be, you know?
Oh yeah.
But go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, you know, this is what it is, you know, right after our college experience, this is the life that we live, trying to adjust and adapt, you know, and not just fall into a place where we just stuck. You know, I wanted to break out of a cycle where of being stuck that we see with a lot of, you know, our black people, where that's it. You know, they get to a certain point and that's it. Like, they just stop. I didn't want that, so I kept working towards something. And I know you wanted something too, and you kept working, developing, taught yourself how to use the camera, and I that gave me like energy to start to produce. Like, that's why I did my comic. You pushed me to do it.
Yeah. I mean, not saying like yeah, but like, yeah, I got to filming and shit like that. Shout out to Dame Dash D172. That's what made me want to start shooting music videos. Yeah, it was like looking at Dame Dash, watching music videos, shit like that. So I was shooting like music videos and doing all that. And that was something we wanted to do though. You know, our first company name was Genre House.
Yep.
And which I have a YouTube page of Genre House. So, you know, I was rocking with that. I was pushing that. Even like, you know, when we came up with like Primitive, you know, Nature and the LLC, I was ready to move on from Genre House.
Yeah.
It was like now it's like you done that. That was kind of like you bullshitting. You know what I mean? Like, you was bullshit, you was playing.
Right. And now we in that primitive nature that can't escape you. You know, so that's where we at now.
That's where we at. Like, it's like now you can't bullshit, bro. You can't. It's a real business, a real limited liability company. You know, so you gotta kind of work. You gotta work. You gotta keep going. You gotta do something. It's kind of like if you gonna make this your job, you gotta make it a job. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, that's how I look at life now. Like, if you gonna create a business, you gotta make it your job. Like, you gotta try to get as much time. You gotta put as much time into it as you can. And this is something I always think about, right? I've worked a part-time job before. That was 4 hours, right? So just imagine you going to a company giving them 4 hours. Some part-time jobs, it's only 12 hours a week. You know what I mean? Just 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
It's only, you need to just come here for 3 days and work 4 hours. You know what I mean? So if you balance that out, I work a 9 to 5 job, like most Americans or whatever. If I just give Primitive Nature 4 hours a week, you know what I mean? Or if I can do 12 hours a week, or if I start out with 4 or 2, you know what I'm saying? That's a part-time job, and that's a good thing, you know, and I created my own part-time job, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That will work wonders just for the company, you know what I mean? Like, any company you create, if you can just give it 2 hours a week, you know what I'm saying? They're like, well, your company, it's like, but if you just stay disciplined, give it 2 hours a week. And then say you bump it up to 4, or 8, or 12, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to do that shit in one day. You can, or if you want to do it in one day, you can, but you give your company 12 hours a week, that ain't shit, Jermaine. You know what I mean? And your company can go forward.
It can.
It can. You know, like me and you talking on this podcast, like right now, we talking on this podcast for 1 hour already.
Right.
That'd be like we done gave it 2 hours just off just grinding. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And the work that we do behind the scenes, that even triples.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I live. And sometimes, like for me, I can say during this week, bro, I only really put in like 15 minutes. I wouldn't say 15 minutes a day, because sometimes like I could just wake up and I put in a good 15 minutes, and I wouldn't even. I'm like doing small things to kind of keep us going right now, or start us off and keep us, keep us trying to be efficient. I like put in good 15 minutes of editing. 5 minutes, and then I'm downloading and I'm putting up on YouTube. I'm working, but it didn't really like affect my day too much, because it wasn't nothing. It was like I'm just doing what I can. I'm working in like a part-time job. I'm not even putting as much into it, like 4 hours a day. I'm just 15 minutes here, another 15 minutes when I get off, or 30 minutes or whatever. Living my regular life. Ask my girl how her day going, talking to my son, going out with them, and I'm just putting 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here. I'm on an hour with you. I did 2 hours with with Jerome. You know what I mean? Like I'm putting hours into it, and I feel like I can do this for a lifetime.
Hey, I hear you. He's like, you keep up that energy.
Yeah, if I do this for a lifetime, bro, if I could do this for 5 years strong, fuck money, bro. Like I'm disciplined. I'm working. you know what I mean, for 5 years, and I'm straight just working like this. I ain't no telling what would happen.
Dang. Now that you said that, I just realized it's been 5 years since I first started to test out YouTubing. I mean, I kind of laid back on it because I feel like I didn't have any content to talk about, because I'm more of a co-host. I could talk back and forth with people, like by myself. Whoo, it's rough. I'll tell you that. I keep it real on that. It's rough when you're by yourself.
You know what? I gotta go back and study the Black Curse show. My own show on Gyro House, cause you know how you be like thinking like, man, I can do that. I can do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you start off strong.
Yeah, you start off strong, right? And I think I did like 5 or 6 episodes, but I kind of like the back and forth. You know what I'm saying, with our podcast. And me personally, I used to think about how we try to research and pick up topics. Boy, I was terrible at researching. Man, I was terrible at researching. My stories were boring. You know what I mean? But I had fun. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like, I really liked it. Like, it was fun. But I like thinking about it in hindsight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I watch this show, I'd be like, that's some terrible shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
I
know what you mean.
That's terrible, bro. But I'm glad I did it. You know what I mean? I'm glad I experienced that, And my how long have I been on YouTube? Man, let me check. Shit. Oh my gosh. I gotta cut that shit out. That was DJ Academics ass. I be watching content all day long. Oh shit. It's funny you say that. So you said how long ago? 5 years?
2019.
Bro, I've been on YouTube for 8 years.
Dang.
My first music. It's funny because it's funny, right? I've been on YouTube for 8 years, and I was thinking about this the other day. So when I looked up my YouTube Gyro House, my lifetime views is 26,000, right? And I sent that to you, right? 26,500. You do know that, like, this ain't the only channel I'm on. This ain't the only channel that I created content on.
Yeah.
It's like I have multiple, like, I have like multiple YouTube accounts, and then I also like work with other people on different projects. So what you see on my time, I mean on Genre House, it's more than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like with the Garage Talk, we took the show off Genre House YouTube platform, and I did like a good 4 or 5 episodes on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's that's a whole nother channel.
Whole another channel.
And I mean,
a lot of content.
A lot of content that's good 2 or 3 hours that I like was performing and setting up and staging and doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, to see that I've been on here for 8 years, that's crazy. I never thought about that like that.
Hey, I think we hit on everything, you know what I'm saying? All our after hours activities from school, what we did and how we moved on with our life and stuff, you know, and where we at right now and how we trying to progress.
Sir, so it's your man, Black Curse, the niggerized American, the greatest man to ever put his foot on this earth. No, I'm just playing. And
Okay.
I see you. You turned it up. No, what's your?
Oh, you know, and you got yourself some Willie B, and you know me.
This nigga.
As you can see.
Man, yeah, bro. So we checking out. We'll catch y'all another day. Y'all be cool. Y'all be fresh. Y'all be whatever. Take care of your families.
And peace.